sponsored locally by Liberty Bank, Goya, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and the Connecticut Army National Guard.
You are looking live at your capital city. Welcome to our coverage of the annual Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade. You're taking a live look right now along the parade route where the marchers are getting ready to step off at any moment. A very good Sunday afternoon to you, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Dennis House.
And I'm Catherine Hauser. It's great to be here once again. We love being part of this event, and of course, to have you here with us. Such an honor. Look at the weather, right? We had so much rain move throughout the state, but the sun is shining. We've got a little bit of wind, but perfect parade weather.
It is a beautiful fall day. Light breeze, but it's beautiful, and the crowd is really super enthusiastic today. I want to bring into our conversation Amilcar Hernandez, an old friend of News 8. And he is with the parade committee and also head of Piece of the Pie, which is a great organization in the city of Hartford. Amilcar, great to see you here.
Yeah, thank you. Can't wait. This is exciting. It's great weather. It was raining last night, and I was so happy when I saw the sun raise this morning. I was so happy.
Tell us about the theme of this year's parade, what it's about.
Yeah, so we're doing unity and solidarity. That's our theme for this year. And that's why we decided to honor the town of New Britain, which you will see, the delegation coming through at some point. But yeah, it's unity and solidarity. That's what we want to kind of like talk to people about.
Connecticut is one of the most Puerto Rican states in the entire country, and Hartford one of the most Puerto Rican cities. Tell us a little bit about the role that Puerto Rican culture and Puerto Ricans play in the history of our state and current day Connecticut.
Yeah, when the previous generation, because I'm only 30-something years old, so when the previous generation came, to pick up tobacco leaves and in the 60s, they came with all these traditions, and what we want to do now is to make sure that the next generation also learns about our contributions to society, our contributions to the state, our traditions, our food, that they could learn a lot more about the Puerto Rican culture.
Amilcar, so much of this is reliant, this parade, on volunteer work and community. So many people make this possible.
Yeah, a lot of people, and not just people, but also time. We've been planning for this for a long time. It takes a lot of logistics, a lot of, talking to different people, and it takes a lot of manpower. And, for an organization that's full of volunteers, it takes a lot of work to, gather all the people that's necessary to make this happen.
What should our viewers be looking for today as they watch?
Oh, man, there's a lot of different local community organizations that I want to be able to highlight because they are the ones that really do the work in the community. They are the ones on the streets doing the work. But we also have, some of the bigger companies that are sponsoring our parade that always say yes. Every time we call them for any type of event, they say yes.
This parade has been around for a long time. The CICD committee was founded in 1958. Wow. This is a parade that has staying power year after year.
Yeah, it has taken different shapes, over the years, but one thing that hasn't changed. We're doing it here in Hartford, where it belongs, and we're excited that we could continue doing this.
Let's talk a little bit about the new parade route that the marchers will be taking this year. It kicks off this year on Charter Oak Avenue. That is in the South Downtown neighborhood, also known to many people as Sodo. In fact, I used to live on Capitol Avenue when I was first married. And it makes its way down Main Street, past City Hall, the Wadsworth Athenaeum, the historic buildings. It turns left at Gold Street, which is right near the Travelers Tower. And then you'll see Bushnell Tower there. The parade will be followed by it will move on to Asylum Street at Bushnell Park, and it'll be followed by the annual Festival del Coquí, featuring some of the best local Puerto Rican talent, delicious food, and of course, vendors.
And along those streets, you can already see a number of people gathering. They're getting into the spirit. You can hear the music. You can feel the energy as always. It's palpable. You feel it. Feels good.
People are super excited. News 8's Ken Houston is along the parade. Rudy joins us now with what is going on in his neck of the woods. Hi, Ken.
Good afternoon, Dennis and Catherine. You can hear the music out here. The excitement is growing. That music sounds so good. It definitely makes you want to begin to do a little bit of dance, but I'll spare you that right now. Of course, this parade has been going for more than 60 years now. It's going to step off in about 2 minutes, I'm being told, and leading the parade route is going to be the Hartford Police Department, as well as other first responders out here. And if you can look right behind me here, you can see that parade route goes way on on down the street there. Right now I'm going to talk with Sammy Vega. Sammy, what's your role with this particular parade?
I'm the president of CICD Puerto Rican Day Parade. I wear many hats. I have the honor today to start the parade.
All right, and you're wearing a pretty cool hat right now.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
It's colorful.
Tell us exactly what it takes to sort of put something on like this.
First and foremost, I want to thank the community. It takes over a year to put together, but thank you for our volunteers and our board of directors in our community.
All right, I know that this the participants in this parade, there are a lot of them. Just rattle off a couple of them that the audience can expect to see this afternoon.
Oh, you're gonna see some colorful music, cultura boricua. You're gonna see famous people in the lineup. You're gonna have state reps. It's gonna be an incredible day. And look it's beautiful. It's in October and it's beautiful.
It most certainly is. Now, this parade was supposed to take place last month, but unfortunately, due to the tragedy of that Hartford police officer, you guys, out of honor to him, you guys decided to go ahead and cancel it and postpone it until this day.
No, definitely. Not many people know, but we work to put this event together. We work with the community, something especially the Puerto Rican community. We know when to celebrate, but we also know when to honor when something happens.
All right, and speaking of celebration, is that 2-minute period over with? Are you ready to sound the horn? Are you ready to dance?
I'm ready. We're going to do it live.
Right, let's see. Let's hear it.
5, 4, 3,
2,
1. We can start.
And here we go, the start of the parade. It's stepping off right now. Everyone's going to have a fantastic time. I'm going to send it back to you guys there on the platform, but come back to me and I'll let you know who's coming up next in this parade route and doing a little bit of salsa dancing along the way. Back to you guys.
Ken's got moves.
He really does.
Are we going to do that?
Hey,
I can't dance as well as Ken. I will tell you that.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. We will have much more of our coverage of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade when we come back. Stay with us.
Welcome back to live News 8 coverage of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Parade. It is the biggest Puerto Rican event in all of Connecticut and is taking place in the capital city of Hartford today.
Look at this. We have live pictures. The parade just kicking off moments ago, and you can see the Hartford Fire Department making their rounds around the corner as we kick things off just right on this gorgeous, crisp fall Sunday afternoon.
It is a beautiful October day for this. Amilcar Hernandez is with us. He is from the parade committee and also from Our Piece of the Pie. And Amilcar, tell us, because this is a rescheduled date, and we know that it was rescheduled. It was postponed because of the death of Officer Barbie Garton.
Yeah, that unfortunate incident with Officer Garton, it was, it shook the whole, the whole society. Like, the whole city was just shaken by what just happened. And 3 days before the parade, we decided to postpone it. We talked to all of our stakeholders, and we said, we're going to do this, but now is not the moment. Now is the moment to get together and support our police officers, and also Officer Kearney, who was in the hospital at the moment. We send our prayers, making sure that he recovers, fully. But we needed to give the police officers their time. They are a critical part of our community, and we needed to, respond accordingly.
There's also hundreds of police officers who do help, and they're along the route protecting people who come to enjoy it, and you recognize that to give them their space and give them their time and show your support.
That's right. That's right. It was important for us to show the same compassion that oftentimes, we also receive from others. It's all about compassion, unity, and solidarity. So we did that.
All right, let's check in with News 8's Sarah Cody. She is also along the parade route. And Sarah, of course, has covered this parade many times before, and she's very familiar with many of the people involved in it. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Dennis. Yeah, I'm right outside the Wadsworth Athenaeum. I was given a gift of making friends here along the route. But, I don't need this as a fan today. I just need it as a decoration because it is so incredibly glorious outside. Now, I want you to meet some of my friends. We got Mason here. Mason, how old are you?
I'm 12
You're 12. And why are you out here today?
because I wanted to celebrate the Puerto Rican parade, and I wanted to see my sisters because they're celebrating and they're going to be in it too.
What is your sister doing in it?
They're basically just going to be waving and saying hi to people.
That's amazing. You'll be watching the Giants later?
Yeah.
All right. So, Grandma, what does the parade mean to you?
Everything.
Yeah?
Yes, because I'm Latina.
Celebration of culture.
Everything, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And we got to come over to you guys because of this little guy. This is Ty. Hi, Ty.
Hi, say hello.
Ty is saying hi. Why are you out here today?
To watch the parade.
What particularly do you want to see?
Everything.
Everything.
We come every year.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of music and dancing. Are you going to dance?
Yes, I'm going to dance. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Bye, Ty. And we got to get you guys in. Oh, are you so happy to be here?
Yes,
Yes,
we
Do you
are.
come every year?
She does. I come every year.
Why do you make it a tradition?
Because it's... Ay, Dios mío, I don't know what to say.
Are you of Puerto Rican descent?
Yes.
So
yes,
what does
I
it mean
am.
to you?
I'm proud to be a Puerto Rican. I'm proud to see all these flags out here.
That's amazing.
You know, then
Yeah.
I come every year. I love it.
Well, thank you guys so much for talking to me. All right, this is great. Everyone's so excited. They're getting ready to dance. I don't know if I can dance like Ken Houston, but I'm going to try. And Dennis, I think you need to try too. Sending it back to you guys.
Sarah, you and I will dance together. How's that sound?
We'll give it a go.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
That's a fantastic time. She looks like she's having a really good time. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll have much more of our coverage of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade. Our coverage here on News 8. We are having such a good time. We're feeling the energy, and things just getting started. The parade kicked off not long ago.
Yeah, the crowds are really filling up Main Street here in downtown Hartford all the way to Bushnell Park, where it ends with the Festival del Coqui. And we want to go to the very beginning of the parade route where News 8's Ken Houston has staked out a great spot to tell us what's going on there. Hi, Ken.
Hey there, Dennis. We're still having a lot of fun out here, as you can hear. And you tell that Sarah Cody I'll have a dance-off with her any day of the week. I also managed to find a lot of friends out here as well. I'm going to have Tim to swing over here and come over here, and we're going to talk to them right now. Hello. What's your name again?
My name is Lydia.
Lydia. Why are you out here today, and what does this day mean to you?
Well, this is a great way for people to get together, to celebrate, a great way for the community to get together, and it's just wonderful.
What do you like most about the culture? Is it the food? Is it the music? The history?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything, yes.
Right. Your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? Probably empanadas.
Empanadas.
Yes.
One of my favorite as well. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we got another friend there on camera. Thank you very much for joining us, and enjoy the parade. There's a lot to enjoy out here. Let's just take a look at this parade route that's going on right here. A lot of these different floats that are representative out here. We saw the News 8 float go by just before you guys came to me. Darren Kramer was on it. We had a lot of people. Tina Detail was there. So you'll see them coming up a little bit later. But as you can see, lots of fun, lots of great music. And it was definitely well worth the wait to have this parade. Like I said before, it was canceled until today. But again, well worth the wait. Back to you guys there in the studio.
I heard Olivia, but
All right, Ken, thanks so much. I want to talk a little bit about the Puerto Rican food that's available today at various locations. And there really are some great restaurants we've profiled on News 8. I know Aquí Me Quedo in Hartford is a great place. Little Puerto Rico, which does the baked potatoes in Waterbury. I love that place. Little hole in the wall. It's very, very small. You sit outside, but you need to go there and check it out. And then Sarah Cody profiled one in New Britain this week.
It makes me hungry just talking about all these good things. Just as much as it's about the energy and the people and the culture, the food is a big part of this. Amilcar Hernandez, tell us a little bit about this.
So here we're going to have Criollissimo restaurant from New Britain.
That's what
they are one of our sponsors. They have their food. Yesterday she treated all of us and the volunteers with some of the food. It was amazing. Food is amazing, delicious, really good. I'm super hungry right now, so I don't know if we could continue talking about food for that much longer. I'm hungry.
We've got some work to do first, right, as we continue on. Watching everybody with the flags are out, the energy is there, people having a really good time so far as things just kick off.
Yeah, we had a couple of flag raisings in the state over this past week to celebrate this big event today, which is the biggest Puerto Rican event in all of Connecticut. There was a flag raising at City Hall, and there was also one at the Capitol as well. And there you see the parade moving through from Charter Oak Avenue, making its way. It's not a long parade, but it certainly is significant in terms of the buildings that you pass.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more of our coverage when we return. Stay with us.
Welcome back to live coverage of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade, live from the capital city. Dennis House alongside Catherine Hauser and Amilcar Hernandez. And Amilcar, this is one of the drum lines in the parade today. What's the significance of the type of music?
Well, for us, the drum line, it takes me back to the Taino times, you know, the African culture. Taino and African culture in Puerto Rico is big, and they are the ones that, you know, kind of like brought the whole drum, you know, heritage to our culture.
Looks like they're having a really good time, too. It wouldn't be a parade without a drum line, I have to say. That is just part of the parade routine. And again, you can see more people making their way down Main Street right now. The crowd's really filling out along the side there. And it's been a fantastic afternoon so far. We have great weather. Sarah's been showing off maybe her dance moves. That's what we're hoping for. News 8 Sarah Cody joins us now live along the parade route. Sarah, what are you seeing down there?
Hey, guys, I'm still working on the dance moves, but I do see the parade. It is coming, so we're not far from the music, from the dancing, from the fun. But in the meantime, I want you to meet my friend Ariana. How old are you?
9.
She's 9. Tell me what you're Tell me what you're most excited to see today.
Like when they're dancing and stuff.
The dancing. Are you out here with a really tiny baby? Yeah. Do you want to? Is that a baby sibling?
No, it's my baby sister.
It's your baby sister. Do you want to introduce her to all the fun? Have you been out here before? So you're excited, right? All right, Ariana. That was great. Thank you so much. Guys, we've met so many nice people along the parade route, and I got to tell you, it's like pretty much right here. So the excitement is going to be any second now. We'll send it back to the desk until it really ramps up.
All right, thanks, Sarah, in front of the Wadsworth Athenaeum. And Amilcar and Catherine, I have never seen so many Puerto Rican flags in one place.
I know,
the
right?
spirit is just contagious. It's everywhere.
It's fantastic to see. We have a color guard coming up, and we also have the Hartford Police Department. You can see the motorcycles there, the brigade. This has been sort of a unique year for the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade because of its postponement, and it was all about honoring the passing of Detective Bobby Garton, his line of duty death, which happened last month. And the CICD made the decision to postpone it until today. Amilcar, can you just talk a little bit about the importance of Hartford Police and showing the support for them?
First of all, it was a no-brainer. You know, we talked about it for a few hours. We decided to just, you know, postpone it. The police department is one of the pillars of our community. Police department, the Hartford, the fire department, they are pillars of our community. Without them, there's no community. So we definitely wanted to make sure that people understood that becomes priority at this point.
And I also want to say, too, that Puerto Ricans are well represented on both forces, for the fire department and the police department. There are many people who identify as Puerto Rican on both of those teams.
That is correct. That is correct.
And we're going to watch them as they come through, and they are well represented today. It's not easy to pull off a parade. You know, Hartford has a lot of events. There was Nightfall last night. There's the marathon next weekend. So rescheduling took a lot of doing because you have to kind of coordinate with, there's a lot of church services during the day, a lot of restaurants, things like that. So Sunday afternoons are a good day for a parade.
Yeah, I want to really kind of give a shout out to the city of Hartford for working with us, being very flexible and accommodating, and helping us, you know, get this other postponement date.
And then we see the Hartford Police motorcycle contingent. They are passing right behind our makeshift studio here outside at the corner of Gold and Main Street. We are located really in the heart of downtown Hartford in many ways. The Travelers Tower is here, the Wadsworth Athenaeum, Bushnell Tower, Bushnell Place, and of course the historic First Church of Christ.
It's wonderful to see them waving Puerto Rican flags, smiles, and just to see them out here and about, making this happen, protecting the parade route, and just, you know, being part of the city scene. This is what this is all about. Community and unity and solidarity, just like you said, Amilcar.
I just saw Sergeant Steve Austin of HPD was here. He's recruiting today, recruiting new officers. He's driving the recruiting truck. He's been very familiar to our News 8 viewers for many years, talking about the need for officers and his reason why you should join Hartford Police. And coming up next, we have the Hartford Fire Department.
And there you can see them walking proudly with their flags in hand as well. The Hartford Fire Department provides fire and emergency services to the city of Hartford, which has a population of 124,000 within about 18 square miles. That is a lot of people, a lot of miles, a lot of protecting that happens as well. And these services are provided by 361 career personnel who staff 17 fire companies, which are distributed throughout the city's 12 stations.
And I think, too, you know, we all remember as being kids going to parades. I think seeing the fire trucks was always one of the big highlights of it, you know, when they would sound the horns, which they're doing right now. And these men and women proudly serve our city and are often called to assist in surrounding towns as well. So there you see the City of Hartford Fire Department marching proudly right down Main Street.
And also just behind the Hartford Fire Department, there's AMR of Greater Hartford, Northeast Connecticut, which provides emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, so important to helping people in the city of Hartford. And everybody, you can hear the fire trucks. They are honking like crazy right now, but wonderful to see. They are right behind the Hartford Fire Department.
Yeah, the kids love this too, just to see it, and everyone's waving. And as Catherine mentioned earlier, it's just we couldn't have asked for better weather today. It's nice and sunny. It's not hot, not too cold. Nice breeze, and people are really excited. And after we see Hartford Fire, we should be seeing the state police coming right after them.
My kids always get so excited. Anytime they see a fire truck, anytime there's a honking happening, they want the firefighters to pull on that horn, and they are certainly doing that right now.
I get excited. I feel like a child right now.
Let's take a listen to some of the sounds.
And take a look at this right now. This is the parade committee's official banner and flag. This
Look at the size of this.
Beautiful, and the amount of people that it takes to carry that along. It is fantastic to see.
It's really remarkable. And Almacar, CIC Day, just for our viewers, stands for?
Connecticut Institute of Community Development. Yeah, we're not just Puerto Rican Parade. We also do a lot of different events throughout the year, you know, to develop our community and make sure that like I said, the next generation learns about our culture.
What a dramatic scene as you look right down Main Street. And we're going to see the Grand Marshal coming up on your screen in just a moment. Tell us about the Grand Marshal.
Yes, the Grand Marshal is Luis Casanova. This is Connecticut State Police Chief Luis Casanova, and the Grand Marshal for the parade. Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, he's the first Puerto Rican state capitol chief police. He spent most of his time working at the New Haven Police Department, but now as the chief of the state police, he's been very supportive of the Hartford community. You know, every time we call on him to support any event, he's always there.
And just, you know, for those viewers who are not familiar with it, the state police has a special force at the state capitol. The state police do work there, but there's also the state capitol police, which keep the grounds at the capitol and the surrounding areas safe as well. So,
what's interesting, the state capitol police is comprised of 33 sworn officers and 23 civilian support staff. And in 1974, the state legislature created the Office of the State Capitol Police, which is important to note.
Yeah, and over time, it's become a lot more secure there. Sadly, various events over our lifetimes have led to the increased security at the Capitol, and so they keep the grounds safe and secure. And right now we have a little bit of a slowdown as people are watching some of the performers. But it really is, the thing I love about parades in Hartford, there's so many beautiful buildings. The parade route is really spectacular as you look down Main Street. As far as you can see, Puerto Rican flags and Puerto Rican pride everywhere.
Amilcar, you were talking a little bit earlier about the importance of community events. What are some of the biggest community events that you take part, that you have pride in, that happens every year?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think the pageant, the cultural pageant, where we select, you know, the queens to represent, you know, the Puerto Rican community. We select 3 queens during that cultural pageant, and it's not about beauty, it's about culture. So they have to learn about their towns, the Puerto Rico. They have to learn about our traditions, and then they portray that during a particular pageant competition, and then, you know, queens are selected. So that's one of our biggest ones aside from the Puerto Rican Parade. We do that normally in the month of May. Then we have the Maria Sanchez Banquet, where we honor Maria Sanchez, who was the one who brought bilingual education to Hartford and the rest of the state. And then we also have, you know, Thanksgiving Drive, and we also have other events throughout the year for the community.
Tell us a little bit about the Festival del Coquí.
Festival de Coquille, I mean,
Which is at Bushnell Park today, right after the parade.
It starts right at 2:30. We're going to have 6 or 7 different entertainment artists. We're going to have a lot of food. It's really the highlight of our event. Right after the parade, we're going to head down to Bushnell, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Excellent. The parade appears to be moving again. And we have various elected officials from across the state of Connecticut who will be taking part as well. And we can't quite see them from our vantage point, but we're going to be seeing them in just a moment.
None of this would really be possible without sponsors.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the importance of one of those sponsors making today's parade possible, Tito's Handmade Vodka. Founded by 6th-generation Texan Bert Tito Beverage in the mid-90s on a plot of land in rural Austin. He built a 998-square-foot shack and created Tito's Handmade Vodka. That is a beverage that is enjoyed by many, and you can see they're already dancing on the float there as well.
And I will say Tito's is very involved in the Connecticut community. I've been to a lot of events that they sponsor. So they're very involved, and they're very involved in this one.
Well, what's interesting, Tito's Vodka has supported this parade since 2018, and they say that the goal is love here, to turn spirits into love and goodness, and they are having a good time while they go on their way.
Yeah, shout out to Frank from Tito's. Tito's has always been with us. It's not just at this event. They also sponsor our banquet in December. They always say yes.
It's really... behind us, you see the state police coming through and the parade committee.
And confetti, too. You can't go wrong with a little bit of confetti in the crowd. So Tito's continues to give back and be more impactful in a lot of ways and spreading the love. And that's what this is all about, spreading the love today.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about what's next. We have Team Cassie Forever. This is a group formed by family members. We're going to be seeing this in just a moment, as we look at Tito's. The size of that bottle. Here we go. All right. So this was formed by family members and friends in loving memory of Cassandra Lee Vega, aka Cassie. She, known as Cassie, a bright and cheerful soul who left this earth at the tender age of 12 after a 9-month battle with high-risk B-cell leukemia. She was the beloved daughter of Sam Lee Vega. We just saw him earlier, Puerto Rican parade president.
Cassie's incredible journey has really touched the lives of countless individuals. Her family strives to ensure that her legacy lives on forever. And they've created a hashtag, which is hashtag Team Cassie Forever. Not only just to remember their beautiful girl, it's turned into much more than that, more of a community way of supporting all children as they navigate ups and downs through life.
Cassandra had a tremendous love and pride for her Puerto Rican culture, and today they all are coming together to remember Cassie's boundless strength and passion. So join us here in celebrating Cassie's spirit and positivity together, and they say that we are Team Cassie Forever.
Can you tell us a little bit about Team Cassie, Amilcar?
Oh my God, this is our soft spot. Sammy Vega is our president for CSCD, and we learned about the passing of Cassie and Cassandra. It just shook the earth. It was really heartbreaking. But what Sammy and his wife Leslie has done is that they've taken that opportunity and that unfortunate situation and turned it into something positive by promoting, the leukemia and giving back to the children, Hartford Children's Hospital. They do a lot of events. They get a lot of donations, and they give it back to the children that are going through the same as Cassandra at the hospital. And we do events in Puerto Rico. We travel to Puerto Rico. We do a marathon in the name of Team Cassie. It's just a great event. It's just a great event.
So don't forget it, hashtag Team Cassie Forever.
You're watching live coverage, if you're just joining us right now, of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade in downtown Hartford. This is the Hartford Job Corps now, and the Job Corps does so many great things for people in the city. Their mission is to help young people, ages 16 through 24, improve the quality of their lives through vocational and academic training.
They also teach young people the skills that they need to become employable and independent and place them in meaningful jobs to further their education.
All right, so up next is going to be the godmother of this year's parade. Gladys Rivera, Sarah Cody profiled her earlier this week. Really an amazing woman. She's a past board member of the parade committee and currently works at the Capital Region Education Council, also known as CREC.
So what does it mean to be the godmother of this? That's a big deal.
I don't know what it means, but I will tell you though what it does. She's not just the godmother of the Puerto Rican parade. She's the godmother of a whole generation. A lot of us look up to her, and today it's her day. Today I take my hat off for Gladys. Gladys is a great advisor. She always keeps us on our toes, and she's always there. Every time we have a question, we want to know, hey, how should we do this? Gladys is the first call that we make. So here we're honoring her for all the things that she's done in the past, and this is what we are about. We are about doing what others do before us.
All right, we're going to go out now to News 8 Sarah Cody, who is
here
live
with the
on
News 8 crew.
Sarah,
We
what
got
is
Rich
in there?
Capola. Are you having fun?
This is awesome. And you know, the sense of pride you always get from this is outstanding.
Are you having a good time too, Tina? What are you enjoying?
I'm enjoying everything. All the people are so happy and waving. Beautiful day, the music. I mean, it's a great atmosphere, a lot of energy.
Look at this guy. This is the guy we got.
Hey, we got Joe Fury. Woo! In the weather lab there. I love it. What has been your favorite float, Darren?
Well, ours, Sarah, of course. No, listen, there are a lot of smiles in Hartford today. It's awesome. Beautiful day, fun people. It's great. We love it.
Great to see the News 8 crew, guys. We're sending it back to you.
Great to see our teammates. They're going to be marching past us momentarily. And we're just like maybe we're like 30 seconds ahead of Sarah, sort of.
Just about
that.
Do you hear that music?
The music is amazing. The music is amazing. And the cars, and there we see.
That's fantastic.
All right, next let's talk about the parade queens.
Yes, here they come. We have Miss Puerto Rico, Greater Hartford, Isabel Young Guzman. Also, Miss Preteen Puerto Rico, Greater Hartford, Jana Lee Aponte. And Little Miss Puerto Rico as well, Greater Hartford.
Leanna Masonette Ortiz. All dressed up in their parade finest for today. And tell us a little bit about the history and the significance of the parade queens.
Well, so I want to say though that there's one thing that's really important about these queens. Is that when they come and they go through this process, they come out a total different person because they learn public speaking, they learn how to communicate, how to socialize.
All right, Amilcar, we're having a little bit of a problem with your microphone that we're going to be fixing momentarily, but we are, as you said, it's an amazing event for all these people and to be here and to see the parade queens as well. So
it's such an honor to see them. They are dressed up, wearing their crowns, looking absolutely fantastic. And as each float passes by, you get the beat of the music, you feel the energy, especially from the crowd. And again, there's no other event where you ever see so many flags, Puerto Rican flags in one place.
You really can't help but like dance when you hear the music.
It is fantastic.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout to hear from our sponsors of this great program, and we'll be right back.
Two, three,
Should
four,
see me there.
5.
One of my old neighbors.
That's our godfather just went by, just so you know.
Oh, the godfather, okay.
Yeah, Fernando Betancourt.
Okay. Welcome back to live News 8 coverage of the Puerto Rican Parade, coming to you live from downtown Hartford.
It has been a fantastic afternoon, electric energy, sunshine, compared to all that rain we had yesterday.
Absolutely.
Look at it now. It is perfect.
It's an amazing day to celebrate Puerto Rican culture from some groups all across the state. And this is the Magic Soul Academy.
Yeah.
Amilcar Hernandez, tell us about that.
Well, this is like a drum and dance kind of combination. These are the folks that we saw earlier today on the live feed with drums. They're just great. You know, it just brings that energy that represents, you know, the Puerto Rican community.
And this is their second year at the parade, and they say that their mission is to ensure positive opportunities and brighter futures in our communities. And they want all youth to feel represented and to be uplifted.
May I interrupt for just 1 second? Right behind us, joining us is Arunan Arulampalam, who is the Democratic nominee.
And Councilman TJ Clark.
And we have some city council members coming up to say hi. You're watching live coverage.
City Treasurer Carmen Sierra.
TJ Clark. We got a lot of people from the city council coming up to say hi to News 8. So,
nice.
Great to see you all.
It's always fun when you get to interact with the crowd. All right, let's talk about the honorary godfather who is coming along the parade route. That is who's next.
And you're looking live at some of those dignitaries, TJ Clark, City Council member, and Arunan Arulampalam.
So we have the honorary godfather, Aran Nazario. There he is, all smiles, bringing the energy as we love it.
So Aran Nazario, I've known for many, many years since he was a kid. He has an amazing story of really just how he's turned his life around.
Yeah, from gang involvement to now being a gang expert, basically. He now, I think he's the CEO of Peace, Peace Center for Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I know him for a long time as well.
He is a Connecticut success story.
We also have Juan Riviera, who is a notable figure in the Hartford community, was chosen as an ambassador for today's parade, which of course is a big deal. Additionally, the committee is happy to welcome organizers of the Connecticut Coalition of Puerto Rican Parades and Festivals from Hartford, New Haven, London, Waterbury, Meriden, and Bridgeport as ambassadors to celebrate the Puerto Rican culture.
All right, the Goya Foods.
Goya plays such a big role in the community with their food, their massive food donation that they do every single year.
It's like they say, Goya cares.
Goya does care.
And they do care. They are always here. They're always with us, always supporting our community.
That is the Goya Float. Again, one of the sponsors of today's parade, founded in 1936. Goya Foods is America's largest Hispanic-owned food company and leader in Latin American food and condiments.
Everybody knows Goya, right?
Everybody does.
Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. That's what they say.
Really just an amazing turnout today. And we talked about this earlier, but the number of Puerto Rican flags and on shirts and on dresses and just being held as well. So.
Okay, and here we have, coming up next, is the campaign for Nick LeBron.
Yes, so there is a mayoral race. We saw Arunan Arulampalam, who is the Democratic nominee, but Nick LeBron is also running for mayor, and you'll see a few other candidates here as well, because Election Day for municipal elections in Connecticut is in November, and so this is a good event for these politicians to get out and solicit votes.
LeBron, he served on city council, has deep roots in the Hartford committee, and he is also the son of Puerto Rican parents.
That's correct. He is. And he was a guest on This Week in Connecticut as well. All the candidates have been.
All right, we have Hartford Public Schools, one of the state's largest school districts, representing here in the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade. The school district has 16,500 students, and 60% of the student body is Hispanic. They are out here in full force representing today.
And this year, some of the schools joined the central office. They got Sam School, Parkville School, Ridge Museum School, Maria Sanchez School. So you're going to see some of them with their banners. So we have children actually walking with the central office.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, really.
Also, coming up right down the line, we have Catholic Charities, a nonprofit agency serving people of all faiths in Hartford, Litchfield, and New Haven counties since 1920.
They do amazing work. They really do, which those counties make up the Archdiocese of Hartford. And they're out there helping people all the time. I'm doing an event for them coming up in a couple of weeks, actually with Dan Hurley. So we're very excited about that. But it's they have been out there. There was the Sand School being well represented. This is happening, if you're not familiar with this part of town, this is right in front of City Hall and the NBC headquarters.
This is the Eric Coleman, who is running for mayor as well.
Eric Coleman is a write-in candidate. He is running, former judge, former state senator Eric Coleman. Parades always bring out the politicians. Last year, we had a lot of the statewide politicians because there was a statewide election. This year, you have a lot of the municipal candidates because they're up for election. And that's just the nature of all parades, right? They don't miss parades.
You know what? Oh, she's dancing. I love it. We have the perfect amount of breeze for all the flags that are up that they can appropriately be blowing in the wind.
Totally.
Showing that pride. And there, once again, is Eric Coleman running for mayor of Hartford. All right, we were talking a little bit earlier about Catholic Charities and the good work that they do, a nonprofit agency serving people of all faiths throughout Connecticut. Their Institute for the Hispanic Families offers a wide range of culturally competent programs.
A.J. Johnson, everybody, coming
Hispanic
up to the
and Latino community.
Reverend A.J. Johnson.
Hi.
Superintendent of Schools. Nice to see you.
How are you?
It's hard to see you, but maybe we can...
Love you all. Love you all.
Fantastic. Everybody's showing the love as they walk by.
Well, they see the TNH. All right.
Here we go.
We're going to pose. When people ask you to take a selfie with them, we always say yes. And thanks for watching News 8. A.J. Johnson, longtime supporter of Channel 8. Now it's time for police.
We have New Britain Police Department right now. And of course, this parade, it's unique in that this is in honor of New Britain as well. Emma Carr, can you just explain that again? Why there was that connection this year, that distinction?
There's a Puerto Rican community growing in the town of New Britain. We recognize that. The mayor recognized that. There's a street even called like the Barrio Street. So there is, there's a lot of energy. A lot of Puerto Ricans, contributing to the town of New Britain. The administration in New Britain has accepted and received our community very well. So we wanted to just kind of highlight that and showcase that.
What's been so interesting that the mayor has been so welcoming and excited that this distinction was happening this year.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she was super excited.
So I've been texting with the mayor this morning. She's not marching today because, as you know, as we've been reporting on News 8, we had her on a couple of weeks ago, she's due to give birth like any day. So she's in no condition to be marching in a parade. You know what it's like, Catherine, you're a mom.
I do know what it was like.
Your dad, those last few weeks, you don't really...
The feet hurt.
You need to stay close to home.
Yes.
Just in case baby comes, because...
But walking a couple of miles might have things come on preemptively. So
yeah, you don't want to... You go into labor in downtown Hartford, right on this Main Street.
Right in the middle of a
That could be a
parade.
little bit difficult. Yeah.
But she'd have one heck of a story.
She certainly would. And a lot of people around to help. Get her to a hospital right away. But so, Aaron Stewart, we wish you well. I know you're watching, so, and it's great to see that the city of New Britain is here. All right, let's talk about what is next here.
We have been seeing a number of mayoral candidates in Hartford, and now we're about to see some elected officials from New Britain making an appearance in the parade today.
This is sponsored by America's Food Basket, and as we mentioned, it's the leader of the city, not here today, but watching from home. So, expecting her second child. I don't want to say at any moment, but she did tell me she's in no condition to be marching in a parade today.
It is nice to see, though, when you have cities in another city showing their support as well and getting involved.
Yeah, right behind them is HRA of New Britain, who helped us with the Goya drive a few weeks ago.
I have to say, I love the city of New Britain. There's so much going on there. A lot of construction right now, a lot of great little restaurants, a lot of great people. So if you get a chance, check out the heart of the city.
And again, as we had, oh, the yard goats, here we go.
Yes.
Love this.
And the yard goats are such an amazing addition to the whole state, not just the city of Hartford. And Amilcar, they love to celebrate Puerto Rican culture in Hartford as well with a variety of events, including one of their backup names.
Yeah, so that's why today they are coming as Los Chivos.
Yes.
Which is a Spanish translation for yard goats. And let me say that the administration team has been amazing.
Yes.
Amazing with the Puerto Rican community. Every event that we need to do, he always opens the doors of the stadium for us to have the event there. So kudos to the yard goats.
And they also celebrate the legacy of Roberto Clemente.
Oh yeah, that was back in August. It was an amazing event today.
Yeah, they have, I believe it's the only park outside of Pittsburgh that has his retired number on the wall, right?
That is correct.
Yeah,
that is correct.
So,
who doesn't love the yard goats? All right, we are going to continue our coverage now. We're going to take a quick break, but much more to see right here in the Greater Hartford Parade. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to live coverage of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Parade in downtown Hartford. I'm Dennis House alongside Catherine Hauser and Amilcar Hernandez, and this is a spectacular day, Catherine.
It has been wonderful from the start. Things kicked off a little bit after 1 o'clock, and we have just been watching, crew after crew here showing their Puerto Rican pride, flags out on full display. It has been wonderful to watch.
This is the biggest Puerto Rican event in all of Connecticut all year long. It's amazing. If you're home and you want to come to it, there's still a little bit left, and you can also attend the Festival del Coquí, which begins at 2:30 in Bushnell Park. So really an amazing day to celebrate an important part of our population.
And this parade is all possible with the help of more than 100 volunteers. You have Hartford police officers lining the route as well. So much organization goes into this, and this is all about solidarity and unity. That is the theme for this year's parade, Amilcar.
And one thing that I've been noticing is that there's a lot of people here that are from other cultures. I see, West Indian, African Americans. I see all kinds of cultures here, and they are not only participating in the parade, but also, just people watching the parade. So I love that. And that's what we're trying to push, to make sure that we're just united. It doesn't matter where you come from, we are united. We're part of the same community. Let's work together.
Love that.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about what we're wearing. So tell us about the guayabera, and I picked one up for the parade today, and I know yours is a little bit more ornate than mine. But this is traditional Puerto Rican male attire.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up, 'cause I was dying to bring it up. Somehow we ended up with the same color. But
we did.
So guayaberas, you know, they were brought by the Spaniards and the Cubans, and then in Puerto Rico, what they did is that they used it when they were doing sugarcane, when they were cutting sugarcane.
Okay.
It was just a shirt that kind of, you know, allowed for breathing air. It wasn't too hot, and that was just, you know, what the Jíbaro used to use back in the days.
They're very comfortable.
They are.
I had to wear my red today.
Yes,
had
red,
to
white,
do it.
blue. That's what we're doing today. Next year, I'll wear a red shirt. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Look at the enthusiasm of people watching
Yeah,
this.
all of the kids. Sarah Cody spoke with a couple of the kids who are really enjoying this. And look at this colorful crew, loving the costumes that they're wearing. They look fantastic. Pink, purple, gold.
The bright colors are just amazing.
The feathers, too.
That's for life.
Independence celebration.
So the parade route begins at Charter Oak Avenue, goes right through downtown, past all sorts of buildings, the Rivercop Federal Building, the Linden, which is one of the old condominium buildings in downtown Hartford, Wadsworth Athenaeum, Hartford City Hall, and then weaves its way past the Travelers Tower, the First Church of Christ, very historic church in town, and then goes down to Bushnell Park and ends at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch. So really, it's a great event, and we're honored to be covering it today.
It draws in crowds, huge crowds, every single year. And if you didn't know this, Connecticut has the 6th largest overall Puerto Rican population in the United States. So that's an estimated population of over 300,000. And the biggest community is right here in Hartford.
Yeah. Some great vendors. Look at this. This is an amazing scene, isn't it?
I do.
What a
the
production.
costumes, everything to me. Love that.
And there you see off in the distance, the leaves are already turning. It's a beautiful early fall day.
And the weather is perfect. It is parade perfect. Last couple of weekends, it's been nothing but rain, but the sun's certainly shining today for this event.
Yeah, we lucked out. We lucked out. What a great day to be out here, though. And just the enthusiasm of all the people, different radio stations, and
we've seen police station. We saw Hartford Police. We saw Hartford Fire. We saw New Britain Police.
Oh, that's a ton of wind down on the screen.
A lot of dignitaries. A lot of Jeeps today.
I know. I've noticed that too.
Jeeps and convertibles.
Would make my husband proud as a Jeep owner.
This is Elmacar. I want to ask you a little bit about. So we talked about the number of Puerto Ricans in our state. This is the 6th most Puerto Rican state in the country, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. We are like 300-something thousand.
It's pretty remarkable when you think about it. Per capita, it's even higher. And the city of New Haven is represented here as well.
Everybody waving.
Only
I can't help but wave and want to be part of this as everybody passes by cheering us on. So we're taking a moment to say hello to folks as they pass by.
The cities of Hartford and New Haven have a great relationship, dates back hundreds of years when they split the capital. The capital was half the year here and half the year there, and then Hartford was chosen as the capital. But New Haven police came to help out their brethren here at HPD during the recent death of Bobby Garden.
We're seeing on the screen the Caballos de Paso Fino.
There you see some horses coming through.
This is really a beautiful act that's part of the parade.
Caballos de Paso.
Yes. So, can you tell us what that means? Can you translate that for us?
It's like fine step. They walk a little different, I've been dying to get on one of those horses, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know about that. So it's like, but it is part of our tradition. We do that a lot in Puerto Rico. They show down the street and then they all go. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of horses of Paso Fino going down the street in Puerto Rico. It's amazing.
And it's the way in which they step.
The step.
That's different.
Yeah.
So this breed of horses dates back to horses imported to the Caribbean from Spain. So there's a deep history here and part of this tradition.
Really is remarkable. The crowd seems to be growing as the parade moves on. More and more people are showing up. I think quite often what happens is people see it on TV at 1 o'clock, like, I'm going down for that.
That's exactly right.
And they come right down, which is great.
Especially on Main Street, you've really seen the crowd starting to fill out there.
It's really swelling, yeah. And of course, the festival that begins at 2:30, coming up just in 28 minutes, so.
So we have this, oh, she's so cute.
Aww.
All right, so the next quote we have to talk about is Ola Pratt & Whitney.
So Pratt & Whitney is one of Connecticut's biggest employers, and a good friend of mine, Raquel Rivera, is she runs the plants for Raytheon and Pratt & Whitney, and she is very proud of her Puerto Rican culture. In fact, I profiled her last year, and there are, I believe she also told me that there was a Puerto Rican woman running the Middletown plant now. So it's really, Puerto Ricans at Pratt & Whitney have really started to grow.
Now we see Our Piece of the Pie, such an important organization. Abelkar, this is your organization. They
I
do
want to
such
cry.
incredible work. I saw the orange. I knew. I knew they were coming.
Every time I see the orange, I want to cry. You know, this is the organization I work. I've been there for 16 years. Youth development, youth education, workforce. I mean, we do it all. Anything for 14 to 24 years old. And right now we have about 45 youth from the Hartford Youth Service Corps program. It's one of the legacy programs from Mayor Browning. That are actually participating along with the staff.
I've worked with this organization, worked on stories, and I cannot get over the impact that this organization is having on youth, on young people in the city and beyond.
Oh yeah, we're talking about thousands of youth a year. And we don't do it just in Hartford. We have an office in Eastern Connecticut now. So, you know, we're just expanding, we're growing, and we're servicing our youth. We want to make sure that they go on the right path and that we provide them the resources and tools that they need. It's all about providing them the opportunity, the resources and the tools, and then just let them grow and develop.
And the biggest thing that they've repeated is that meeting youth where they're at, wherever that is in life. And this is age group from 14-year-olds to 24-year-olds who might have risk factors happening in their lives.
Yeah, and there are different pathways, you know, and we have them all. You know, we provide them all the different opportunities, and they choose their path that they want to take, and they grow and they develop, and we help them, and we're there with them every single step of the way.
So Our Piece of the Pie, also known as OPP.
OPP.
Our Piece of the Pie, really an amazing organization in their orange shirts here.
We will give them a wave. Fantastic. You got emotional seeing that.
I do get emotional.
Well, when you see the people that you've helped over the years, it's difficult not to be emotional.
Of course. They did. They just right. They saw you. They noticed.
All right.
That's our brand new truck, Hartford Youth Service Corps.
Very nice.
All right, next we've got United in Christ, a Hartford organization that helps Puerto Rican families dealing with drug abuse, alcoholism, single-family homes, and more. And it also helps surrounding neighborhoods elsewhere in the state. It started in New York back in 2003, and now is just a huge presence here in the city. And then we see another one of the candidates, Stan McCauley, who is running for mayor. He's run a few times before. He also has a show on public access that I've been honored to be a guest on a couple of times. He's very...
like you said, this is an opportunity. Politicians always come to parade.
They don't miss these things.
That is a nice new truck that you have in float for Our Piece of the Pie.
That is nice.
And I don't know if you can hear them. They're chanting OPP. That's fantastic. You're proud.
And there's Stan on a bike. Stan McCauley, one of the candidates for mayor. That's the first candidate. Yes, Dennis House. All right, Stan, good to see you. Mayor's race is big this year because Mayor Luke Cronin is not seeking re-election, so it's an open seat. no incumbent, and so there are several names in the ballot this year in San College. A lot of voters here lining the parade route.
Yes. Okay, we seem to have Israel United in Christ.
Right behind them, I Care.
I Care, located in the Parkville section of the capital city.
And more, there we go. We got our Jeep crew making their rounds.
Oh yeah, a lot of Jeeps.
Along Main Street. Look at that Jeep.
That is decked out.
It's got a lot more than lights, flags, music happening.
Well, not to surprise you, but there's more Jeeps coming behind them. So we're gonna close this with more Jeeps. So get ready.
That might be one of the coolest Jeeps I've ever seen. And the stereo system does not disappoint on any of those Jeeps.
Not.
I bet you the stereo system costs more than the Jeep.
Look at the tires on that.
You know what I've noticed too along the parade route? You see a lot of people with cameras on the side, kind of walking on the side. Not just our cameras along the route, but people sort of recording the moment and wanting to be part of it. I see a bunch of video cameras. We've seen the crowd really, there's been you know what? Sarah Cody is waiting for us along the parade route.
Let's check in with her once again. She is standing in front of the Wadsworth Athenaeum. Hi, Sarah.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm here with some spectators. I'm just springing myself on you guys. Are you having a good time? We're live on TV.
Oh, yes, absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
I hear you cheering. Wow. What have you enjoyed seeing?
Everything.
Everything? Everything. It's really fun.
Absolutely.
Did you like the horses?
The horses are beautiful.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What did you love to see?
Everything. I enjoy everything in here.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, could you maybe teach me a dance move?
Oh. Sure.
Yeah?
Which one you want?
So I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to know.
All right. Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing?
Hell yeah.
Am I getting it?
Fantastic.
That was great. Thank you so much. I don't know, but we gave it a go. Sending it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Sarah. So many enthusiastic people joining us here today, and we want to welcome our viewers who might just be joining us right now.
We've also seen a number of people dancing along the parade route in addition to Sarah Cody just now. This is the X Dance Studio. They're going to be showing off their moves. Studio has been working for the community since 2006. It's like they have members of all ages there too. It's incredible seeing some friends as we sit here.
A lot of News 8 viewers coming by to say hi, and we like to see that. So, hi, everybody. No, it's so great to...
And speaking of dance studio, you can't help but dance when you hear music. Every time a different float passes by or a truck.
I'll say this, when I saw Ken dancing salsa earlier, I was about to get up and start dancing myself over here, but you know, let me keep it cool. Let me keep it cool.
You can do that. You can do that, Abelkar. You also had a hat that you had earlier. I was hoping that you were going to take it out for us.
I do, but the wind was kind of strong this morning, so I didn't want to, take a risk. But if I dance, Dennis has to dance too. So.
Okay. Deal. Deal.
No one needs to see that. My kids will be like disowning me. Dad, don't ever do that in public.
All right, so we see the dance group that was moving up there. And again, more Puerto Rican flags. So now we have the X Dance Studio. They are dancing at the moment. You can see them behind that front showing off their moves.
They are performing. X Dance Studio. And the crowd loves it. great to see. We have been truly blessed with some amazing weather today. The sun is shining. As Catherine mentioned, it was just torrential yesterday, right? It was awful.
Really
I was at a football game last night. It was hideous outside. And all of a sudden...
few weekends, it's just the weather has not been on our side.
But today is remarkable. You can't even tell that it rained yesterday as everything's dry.
No, we are soaked in sunshine.
The sun is shining. It's not too hot. There's some clouds, but not rain clouds.
That's right. It's perfect parade route, walking, dancing, anything.
Yep.
It's great to be outside.
And if you're home and you want to come out, the parade is winding down, but then at 2:30, the Festival del Coquí begins in Bushnell Park with some great food, some music, and some performers. Amilcar, tell us a little bit about what's coming up at 2:30 with the Festival del Coquí.
Aside from great food, delicious food, we're going to have a lot of entertainment. We're going to have a headline in Grupo Mania later tonight. We're going to have, again, coming back from last year, Hip Hop Jibarito. We're going to have a tribute to Tito Rojas, Luis Matos. We're going to have a lot of different Choco Band is going to be there too. So it's great music, great food, great event, amazing weather. It doesn't get any better than that.
What are some of your favorite Puerto Rican dishes? Let's talk about the food. What is something you're looking forward to?
Oh man, I think here in the festival you're gonna see some of the vendors that are selling pinchos. Pinchos are amazing. You know, it's like skewers, like, you know, with meat. It's just amazing pinchos. I think Criollísimo, they have great empanadillas and pastelillos, arroz con gandules. I mean, there's just whatever you want that's Puerto Rican, we're gonna have it here.
That's quite a bike
food,
that you can see.
Well, funny story. Last night I saw that guy going down Washington Street. Like, it was like 11 p.m. I was driving and he has like lights all around the frame of the bike. I was like, that's just amazing.
And it's got quite a sound system on that bike too.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday and just driving through downtown Hartford practicing. I don't know how he does it, but
we also have Connecticut Transit.
With it says Puerto Rican Day in their banner, in their marquee.
I don't know how he balances on that bike.
I don't know how he gets on it.
That's a great point.
Like, how do you?
Needs a ladder,
you know?
It needs a spotter.
There's got to be something. I don't know. And he hasn't fallen off it, so that's a good thing.
It's been fantastic to see just so many people smiling, waving flags, such a diverse crowd as you were mentioning earlier. That really, you noticed that, and that really touched you. This is a community coming together.
This is from, these folks have come in from Willimantic, representing Eastern Connecticut State University. All part of the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade. An amazing event that was postponed. It was supposed to be last month, wisely postponed by the committee due to the death of Officer, now Detective Bobby Garten.
Yeah, I'm talking about some other towns. A few years ago, we created the coalition of Connecticut parades, and that's why you see so much representation from New Haven, from Bridgeport, from Windham, because we created that coalition of all the different festivals and parades throughout the state to be united. So it makes sense because of our theme of unity and solidarity. They all said present, they said we're going to be there, and here they are.
How much planning goes into coordinating all of this?
I don't know that you could quantify that. To be honest, it's just a lot of work, you know, and it's all volunteers, so all of the volunteers, they do it after work and after hours. It just takes a lot of months, you know, a whole year just to, as soon as we're done with this one, we may take a couple of weeks of break, and then we're just going right on, starting working on the logistics for next year.
Town of East Hartford Police Department just went through.
All that hard work truly paying off when you see this.
Oh my goodness, I just seen these sea of flags. It's just amazing.
It's interesting too, as the Puerto Rican influence has grown in Hartford and Connecticut over the recent years. We've also seen more options between Hartford and San Juan. A lot of flights now out of Bradley, much more than there used to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. And now New Haven just picked up, Avelo just picked up also.
Avelo's got it as well. So yeah, so there's a lot of, you know, it's easy now, like a 3-hour flight.
Yep.
A little bit of a gap here, but I can show you some of the crowd shots. It just, big turnout today. We don't have any official estimates from police just yet, but how many were expected, Amilcar?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me. I mean, when I look at the crowd at the festival, especially at the festival, which is when you see them all together, it's easier to get a sense of the estimate. I mean, we're talking about thousands. I mean, 10, 15, 20,000. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. And that usually comes the next day. Police do a count. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. They figure out how many people were here, roughly, of course.
Yep. How has this particular parade changed over the years? I know that a couple years it didn't happen because of COVID. Last year was the first year back?
Yes, after COVID, it was the first full year, like a full-blown, parade. It was last year. And what I did notice this year is that we have more units, we have more organizations, we have more participants. I think we hit the 101 units, 101 participants, groups participating in the parade. So it's just growing. A lot more people are just, participating.
And why do you think that is? Do you think people are taking notice and just wanting to be part of this?
I think it's what you said earlier. The Puerto Rican contribution in the city of Hartford and the surrounding towns, it's more noticeable now. We have elected officials, we have Puerto Ricans leading organizations, so I think that's just starting to trickling down to the community.
So the parade started at 1 o'clock. We've seen many organizations marching, including dignitaries, honored guests, police departments, fire departments. Oh, I can talk about this a little bit. So coming up, we see Juniper Home Care is a Latino culture-oriented private home care agency. 75% of their clients and staff speak Spanish and are Puerto Rican. They have 4 adult daycare day centers. 3 of them are Spanish-speaking in Hartford, New Britain, and in Hampton. And if I could just add, I emceed their event the other day. They celebrated 25 years in business, and they're headquartered in West Hartford, but the Brell family founded them, and they emigrated from the Soviet Union. Whole family was born there. They came from the Soviet Union and came to Connecticut in the hopes of a better life, and now they're giving back, really helping a lot of people.
Well, I'm going to jump in and say, I know you said that they celebrated 25 years, but News 8 is celebrating 75 years.
Yes, we have.
So I wanted to bring a cake and say, hey, let's do happy birthday song to News 8, 75 years in our community. So congratulations to News 8. You guys have been amazing, to our community, so we really appreciate that.
Well,
so happy to be part of this. We appreciate that too.
Thank you for saying that. It is a great honor to be a part of this. Of course, News 8, Connecticut's ABC station, with studios in Hartford and New Haven, and we love covering the entire state.
Listen, 75 years is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is a big deal. When you think about back 75 years ago, people shot on film. It was all black and white. And it was just a different world. And now,
if you just think about news gathering in the past 20 years, how much it's changed.
Yeah, there was no such thing as email, type stuff and all that. So, but thank you, Amilcar. We appreciate that. We appreciate all of our News 8 viewers watching today, because we wouldn't be here for 75 years if it wasn't for them.
That's right.
For all of you. And a shout out to all of our staff members here today. It takes a village to put on a parade. So
it sure does. We have quite the team out and about along the parade route, along with News 8's Sarah Cody and News 8's Ken Houston as well. They have been our eyes and ears out there telling us what's happening.
Absolutely, our remote crew and also our crew at the station itself as well. So
for the audience, watching TV right now, if you see a different flag, those are flags from different towns. I saw the flag from Ponce. That's the second biggest town in Puerto Rico. So some people, they just want to represent the town, and they just bring the flag of their town.
Yeah, so I've been to Ponce. I went there for Christmas one year. It's on the southern part of the island, and a little different feel than San Juan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a big city, but it's a different field. You get to drive through. It's not a long drive. It's, I think, a couple hours drive from San Juan, as I recall, through the mountains. And I remember some of the towns that I saw, like Barranquitas, and I'll never forget that sign. Welcome to Barranquitas. Just a great place.
The crowd really enjoying that performance that we just saw behind us of dancers.
It's amazing because every time they get to the red carpet, they want to stop and they want to dance and showcase. And I'm like, I want to go there and dance with them. But then I know I'm going to mess it up if I start doing that. So.
Yeah. So 9 minutes until the festival begins.
I do
at
love it.
2:30.
Can you tell us about that red carpet right at the end here? Is that's to mark the official end of the parade route, or?
Well, it is their place where they kind of stop to showcase, what they're trying to showcase, and it's right in front of us. So it's just an opportunity for us to take a closer look at what they're doing.
You know, whenever there's a red carpet, there's importance there. Something's happening.
Absolutely. Tell us about Amilcar while we have a couple of minutes. A little bit about, so Park Street in Hartford is almost like the capital of the Puerto Rican community. There's so many Puerto Rican stores there and shops and restaurants.
Yeah, Park Street, I go there every morning to get breakfast. So, you know, I love Park Street.
Where do you get breakfast, just so we all know?
Caribe restaurant.
Good to know.
Restaurant.
Okay. And what is the traditional Puerto Rican breakfast?
Breakfast traditional, I want to say just scrambled eggs, you know, with like some sausage or, you know, salchichas, carmelas, you know, like there's different kinds of, you know, ways of doing it. But yeah, revoltillos like scrambled eggs.
Well, this has been a fantastic afternoon. We are so appreciative of everybody who tuned in for the Greater Hartford Puerto Rican Day Parade. We've had so much fun here.
We want to thank all of our viewers, both here in person and the ones at home watching on television or your phone or your computer. We want to thank the News 8 staff, and we want to thank Amilcar Hernandez as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me here. This is amazing.
And a big shout out to Hartford Police, too, who did a great job.
They really did. We've had a fantastic time. Again, thank you for joining us. And we're going to do it again next year, hopefully.
We certainly will. And we'll see you tonight on the news. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Thanks so much for watching and sharing your time with us.